Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm glad to have you back here again. In my last video, I talked a bit about how I went to Ohio and tattooed myself again and tattooed some of my friends. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about those tattoos and some other stuff about that trip. I did not go on the trip alone. My girlfriend actually came with me to Ohio, so that was cool. She got to meet my family and see Ohio for the first time. We went to Kings Island, Buckeye Lake. We went around my hometown and some other nearby cities. So hope that was fun for her to experience. I thought it was fun for me to show her around, and it was good to be back home. My friends actually got to Ohio a few days after me, so I didn't actually meet up with them until the middle of the week. We went golfing, and then later that night we were supposed to go out, but before we went out, I was supposed to tattoo them. So in the weeks leading up to my trip, Dawson already told me what tattoo he wanted. He wanted the outline of Ohio. So I did practice that on fake skin a bit before I went, just so I could make sure I could get those lines straight enough and also see which size he wanted. And with this practice, I was able to get some experience with different sizes. Asher told me he wanted some star filler on his traditional sleeve, but he ended up going with something else. Before I tattooed either of them, I wanted to warm up a bit and I tattooed myself. I had not thought of doing this before that day, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I just went through my Pinterest page, the tattoos that I had saved, and picked one that I thought was kind of cool. And it turns out I had actually tattooed this on fake skin before. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so these tattoos, this one right here is actually the tattoo that I have on my thigh now. I'm actually way happier with how the fake skin one turned out. And there are a few reasons the tattoos that I did that day weren't my best quality. One being I was probably nervous to tattoo somebody other than myself for the first time. Two being we were out on the balcony of my friend's apartment, so we were just outside. It wasn't a well-controlled environment, so probably not the most sanitary thing either. When we get to Asher's tattoo, we'll talk more about this too, but like the sun was going down as we were tattooing, so lighting was changing or disappearing. So my tattoo was okay, and I'll show some close-ups here. There are a few times where I went over a line again and didn't do a very good job of it. It kind of split. I think there are maybe one or two spots too where I didn't connect things as well as I should have. Just a lot of weird line work and just not my best work. It was overall an okay tattoo, but yeah, not my best work for sure. The one on the fake skin looked a lot better. Dawson's tattoo went pretty smoothly. Just an outline of Ohio. I should have some footage of me tattooing him. I'll put that on the screen as well. And yeah, I thought it was okay. Pretty simple tattoo. It went by really quickly. I don't think we spent more than 30 minutes on it. Yeah, pretty chill. So Asher's tattoo, I'm not super pleased with either, and there are a number of reasons why, but the biggest reason was that it was so dark while I was tattooing him. The sun started to go down, and we just ran out of light. I had multiple people like holding phone flashlights over him while we were doing that. Another thing is that I probably wasn't using the appropriate needle size. I think the tattoo took a lot longer than it was supposed to, and I probably overworked his skin a little bit, and he was not feeling good about that. I'll have some pictures up here anyways. Again, I'm not super happy with this work. Hopefully it healed a bit better than how it looked the first day. I'll see if I can get a healed picture from him too and put that up there. That was towards the end of the week, but not quite the weekend. I think it was Thursday or Friday when we did those tattoos. And then that Saturday I had a graduation party / 4th of July party for my brother and then with my family. They actually said they wanted to get tattooed again, so I must have not done that bad of a job, and they actually went with matching tattoos. I did not tattoo myself again, but I did tattoo both of them. They both got this tiger design that I think they found online somewhere, maybe on Pinterest, and I hadn't practiced it before, but I was willing to give it a shot if they were willing to give me a shot. So in the middle of that party, we went down to my basement, way better conditions to get tattooed. They were actually playing Rocket League on the Xboxes that we had down there, so they were probably a lot happier while they were getting tattooed. It's also a lot cooler down there. We weren't outside in the summer. Also better lighting. I wore a headlamp too. The headlamp was actually a pretty cool idea. I actually ended up buying a headlamp because I thought tattooing with the headlamp was way better than not having it, even though I look like a dork. Cool, so regarding the tiger tattoos, I actually think Dawson's turned out a little bit better. And the reasons for Dawson's tattoo being a little bit better are kind of the same as the last ones. I think the needle size that I used for Asher's wasn't appropriate. The reason I used different needle sizes for Asher's tattoo is because he wanted a little bit bigger, and I thought maybe thicker lines would look better with that. And I think it turned out okay, but I think Dawson's might have been a little bit cleaner. Either way, I'm gonna have pictures of them up here and you can kind of decide for yourself which one looks better or if they look about the same. I will say, even though the conditions we had for the second tattoo were better than the first, they still weren't perfect. Like, I was still sitting on the floor. They had their leg just propped up on a chair, and we weren't in perfect conditions, but overall it was still doable. It was an okay experience. Cool, so if you guys have any questions about the tattoos that I did or how I'm learning tattooing, please leave those in the comment section below. I do plan on tattooing myself again in the future, working on shading, trying some color tattoos maybe. So please like and subscribe if you want to see that content in the future. And I hope to see you again in the next video.